Okay, you're on.
Okay, I'm doing Iraq for a couple reasons to kind of, number one, in the holiday, we're kind of reminded to love our enemies. Number two, we've got a lot of people over there right now that probably don't have the fortune that we have to be with our family and our friends. And C, to remind us that there are people just like us everywhere that are, suffering, that have some similar traditions. And to be here?
Go in the light.
Okay.
Way back.
Okay. Well, I need my cap. So.
Starting in the sunlight.
Okay. Well, as you can see here, you're going to need to see the fire.
Do what? Okay,
fire.
I'll get the fire.
Okay. As we can see, we have a fire going, and a tradition in Iraq for Iraqi Christians is to burn thorns. And
what is that, honey?
Thorns. Well, they have thorns on them. So I'm going to put these on the fire, and I don't think this is going to happen, so I don't think this has an effect on us, but if the thorns turn to ashes, then the family has prosperity for the coming year.
Oh.
And these are a little wet. These aren't dried like they're supposed to be, so I just, this is my wishing everyone fortune this year. Especially all of the soldiers and poor people in Iraq that aren't as fortunate as we are. And while this is burning, it's burning okay. Yeah. While this is burning, what they do is they read the nativity story, which is more traditional than anything we've really done today. So I'm going to read.
Oh, no, not hummingbird.
Oh.
Oh, we like it. Thank you. You're so soft. Hi, honey. Oh, pretty magenta. Yeah.
Okay. See where it is right here.
Yes, another one.
Okay.
We're listening.
Okay. This is the story of the birth of the Messiah. Mary, his mother, was betrothed to Joseph. Before their marriage, she found that she was with child by the Holy Spirit. Being a man of principle, at the same time wanting to save her from exposure, Joseph desired to have the marriage contract set aside quietly. He had resolved on this when an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream. "Joseph, son of David," said the angel, "do not be afraid to take Mary home with you as your wife. It is by the Holy Spirit that she has conceived this child. You will bear a son, and you shall give him the name Jesus, for he will save his people from their sins." All this happened in order to fulfill what the Lord declared through the prophet. "The virgin will conceive and bear a son, and he shall be called Emmanuel, a name which means God is with us." Rising from sleep, Joseph did as the angel had directed. He took Mary home to be his wife, and he had no intercourse with her until her son was born. And he named the child Jesus. Jesus was born at Bethlehem in Judea during the reign of Herod. After his birth, astrologers from the east arrived in Jerusalem, asking, "Where is the child who is born to be the King of Jews? We observed the rising of his star, and we have come to pay him homage." King Herod was greatly perturbed when he heard this, and so was the whole of Jerusalem. He called a meeting of chief priests and lawyers of the Jewish people, and put before them this question: "Where is it that the Messiah is to be born?" "At Bethlehem in Judea," they replied, and they referred him to the prophecy which reads, "Bethlehem in the land of Judea, you are far from least in the eyes of the rulers of Judea, for out of you shall come a leader, and to be the shepherd of my people Israel." Herod called the astrologers to meet him in private and ascertained from them the time when the star had appeared. He then sent them to Bethlehem and said, "Go and make a careful inquiry for the child. When you have found him, report to me so that I myself may pay him homage." They set out at the king's bidding, and the star which they had seen at its rising went ahead of them until it stopped above the place where the child lay. At the sight of the star, they were overjoyed. Entering the house, they saw the child with Mary, his mother, and bowed to the ground in homage to him. They then opened their treasures and offered him the gifts: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And being warned in a dream not to go back to Herod, they returned home another way. After they had gone, an angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in a dream and said, "Rise up and take the child and his mother and escape with them to Egypt. Stay there until I tell you, for Herod is going to search for you, for the child to do away with him." So Joseph rose from sleep, and taking the mother and child by night, he went away with them to Egypt, and there he stayed until Herod's death. Okay, just a little bit more here. This was to fulfill what the Lord had declared, and through the prophet, "I call my son out of Egypt." When Herod saw how the astrologers had tricked him, he fell into a passion and gave orders for all the massacre of children in Bethlehem and its neighborhood of the age of 2 years or less, corresponding with the time he had ascertained from astrologers. So the words spoken through Jeremiah and the prophet were fulfilled. A voice was heard in Ramah, wailing and loud laments. It was Rachel weeping for her children and refusing all consolation because there were no more. The time came that Herod died, and the angel of the Lord appeared in a dream to Joseph in Egypt and said to him, "Rise up, take the child and his mother, and go with them to the land of Israel, for the men who threatened the child's life are dead." So he rose, took the mother and child with him, and he came to the land of Israel. Hearing, however, that Archelaus had succeeded his father Herod as the king of Judea, he was afraid to go there. And being warned by a dream, he withdrew to the region of Galilee, that he settled in a town called Nazareth. This was to fulfill the words spoken through the prophets. He shall be called a Nazarene. That's not quite the nativity story, but somewhat of it.
Where did that come from?
The New Testament Matthew, the New English Bible. So we still have our thorns burning. They look like they're actually doing a good job.
Yeah.
Now, afterwards, after it's burned to ash, us as a family are to jump over 3 times and make a wish, and hopefully we will have prosperity for the coming year.
Jump over this whole thing?
Well, we'll take that off, and then it won't be on fire.
Get your riches on fire.
Yeah, we
You get riches of riches.
Maybe we should put the fire bucket on the ground after all.
Yeah, that's what I was. Well, we can take it off.
Yeah, maybe we could.
Well,
You wanna
yeah, I want to.